Why, hello there. Welcome back to 7 Days for Bad. Last time, I believe we pretty nicely. Now, what do I even need to repair this? A repair kit. Sucks. Last time we was talking about my little wizard lizard kobold boy. And this time I think we're going to continue with that. Yeah, just for a bit at least while I finish this off. Start talking out loud more, I swear. I'll get there eventually. Yeah, let's jump straight in with what happens on Eisenslanger. Well, we get to the island itself, and we know that the tunnels up to where we're going are infested with Wanty. So we decide to, once we get there, we decide to take some time in the day to explore the town and gather our bearings and any information before we set off to figure everything out. Two of the party members end up in a brewery, which sells magical drinks. They both end up getting drunk, and they're fine up until this one drink. The one they got drunk on makes them totally drunk for 72 hours. That's a very long time. We go into the Wanty Temple. I think there's some other stuff that happened, but I think that's the sort of big takeaway. It was quite a while ago, and I don't think before then we had much. We realise while we're in there, the Wanty women are being treated more like slaves than anything. So when the big fight breaks out, we sort of prioritise keeping them safe as well. I know, it was so nice. I wish. Me being the only one to speak Draconic, sort of is like, you guys hang back. We'll do our best to keep you safe. So we're protecting them. We're backed into a corner. They're behind us. Like, the situation couldn't be worse. I then had, I forget what it was, but if it's what I think it was, I basically couldn't do anything for like a week. I was just in a situation where anything I tried to do had to be at very specific times, and there was no way I was making a D&D session. I don't think I even got home that week. It was the week I think it was, so there was no no sort of negativity towards me about missing the session, but my character took a couple more hits than he should have, partially because my brother forgot I had mage armor. So I was basically in a whole session with, I think it was something like 3 or 4 ace. No, yeah, 3 AC less than I should have had. Because I had both ACs on my character sheet. And I mean, you know, typically, as me, I knew exactly which one I was using. My brother, who was taking control of my character for the session, because obviously I wasn't there, he didn't. So I'm knocked down, and they use me as a bargaining chip to take back their people. Ike, party member number 4, realizes he could use disguise self, become one of them, and sneak behind him. He does that, and sets himself up very nicely, might I add. Sets himself up to get an attack on the leader of these 1T, who I believe at this point is basically the only one left. And this attack actually manages to not just hit, but I think it nearly kills them outright. Like being a bard, and this guy already taking considerable damage from a level 4 party, it's... I think it was like a critical hit or something. I come back to the next session with no... just waking up after this. And I believe before the session, my brother was there like, oh yeah, no, nearly died. It just felt like a bad idea for you to die while you weren't there, so instead you got taken hostage. And I was like, how did Note nearly die? I hadn't taken a hit. And he was like, oh yeah, but you got hit by the 1T on the first round. They rolled a 15. I'm like, my AC should have been 16 though. He's like, says 13 on your sheet. I'm like, yeah, but I have mage armor. To which my brother went, oh, you shouldn't have taken that hit then. Numbers may be incorrect, but general idea still stands. I don't want to change maps, but I'll see if he sends me to Jen again. If he does, I'll... figure something out. See, the 1T women are thankful, although they have nowhere to go. So, I think we suggest, hey, we can put in a good word for you over on one of the other islands. You know, I'm not saying it'll guarantee you any work, but we can at least get you some connections and help you out. Which is how they now work at a tavern, who we are very close with one of the leaders of, or owners of, in fact, the owner. We also helped her deal with a situation about her brother that will become more relevant in actually the next story, or the one after. Actually, no, end of this one. So, they're thankful. They head off to go do snake lady things, and we return eventually to... Oh, I say we return. We get to the labs. Now, the labs are a fun place, and they had been overtaken by a gazer, I think? Mini beholder-looking thing that doesn't have, like, the anti-magic and stuff. I forgot they existed, so for the whole time I was there like, oh, this is a bloody beholder. Oh, no. Ooh.
Trader Joel's is now open.
And the whole while we're going through this place trying to get the bits it needs, we know it's going to kill us. And we know its companion is also going to help.
Thank you,
so,
survivor.
first chance we get, we take care of its companion.
Fire in your debt. Here is your...
100 wood is a lot. I'm going to take the wood. That is likely a bad idea, but I'm going to take the wood. I'll get back to the story in a second. I just want to... Now I've had a good look through.
Maybe next time. Happy travels, survivor.
Yeah. I will happily take Clear Zombies tier 1.
With no matter what.
I think I know what that one is.
Everything you've done.
Yeah, that's exactly the one I think it is. We can do that one. So yeah. We go through the labs, gaining the pieces that this thing wanted us to get. Couple of close encounters. Nothing we couldn't handle though. And then there's like a man-eating flower thing. I forget what the proper name for it is, but we fight that. And this guy who has been following us around and showing us where everything is, we know this is the last place we need to go. And we know if we take him out now, we can at least take a quick rest and figure out. And we take this opportunity. I just need to take 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had 3D printed stuff to take care of, and the way my shortcuts work, I'd rather use the buttons on the mouse. I'm not going to double loop this one because it's a clear quest. Okay, I'm gonna need to eat any food I find here, which is great. So yeah, we kill the big thing. It clawed its manservant. And we are at a point where we're like, great, we're not safe, but we have an advantage we didn't have. So we go back. I believe at this point I've got Thunderstep. It's actually proved useful for us a couple of times. I just thought of something. Anyway. I do the big boy move of fly up and blast down as hard as I can on this thing. I actually deal a reasonable amount of damage, considering... Okay. Considering I am acting out of desperation to not want to fight a full power beholder. Yeah, in game, I'm pretty sure it's a beholder. Out of game, I trust my brother wouldn't throw something we couldn't handle at us without adjusting the stats for something. There we go. Yeah, we end up underneath the labs, and we realize there's some weird pool of tentacle monstery goodness. Just waiting for us underneath. Okay, everything's cleared. We fight the beholder off. It ends up getting eaten by the tentacles. Or gazer. Whatever it's called. Beholder basic. We fight it off. It gets eaten up. We grab what we need, and we get out of there. I think we head pretty much straight back to our politician friend. Oh, wait. This one I'm going to need to smash open. Okay, I'll take it. Where? Can wear them. I'll take that. Anyway, so we go back and we meet politician friend Graysor and Andrea, the lady who we helped give us some peace about her brother. We realized we was able to confirm he'd been killed and hadn't just fallen. Basically by doing a very strange version of Speak with Dead. We were basically able to figure out where Spirit was, but because we didn't have Speak with Dead, we used Ishmael's telekinesis as a great old one and amplified it using some of Note's magic, and we were able to give him a form where he could speak to his sister one last time. He was still a ghost, but it was something without us he wouldn't have been able to do. She decides she's gonna get revenge and kill the killer and everything. And she does. Well, that's the story for another day. But she's there, and we kind of wanted to find out where this guy had gone anyway. We had a feeling he would be connected, and it made sense to have two leads in two different directions than just one lead. Oh, I did not realize he'd have stuff like that down there. I'm just doing a quick scan, nothing special. I'm not gonna grab anything. Leave that car, but
We sell only the... You did it. Great job, traveler.
I'm gonna take the Molotovs this time. So the crossbow bolts. Probably good. Now water I'm alright on.
Safe travels. I could really use some help. It's rare to find honor in these dark times.
There we go. So we get 2 marks on our map. One for the island Gumangi, I think it was. Didn't even realize I had the cat food. Gumangi is meant to be obviously a reference to Jumanji. And Andrea's mark is over on Ba Sing Se. Nothing is wrong with Ba Sing Se. I wish I was saying that and not doing the meme, but hey, what are you going to do about it? Now, everything is wrong on Ba Sing Se is the moral of that story. But Andrea goes over to Ba Sing Se while we are going over to Gumangi to figure out what's going on over there. God, it was all that time ago. Shot. As many hours as I can get. Jumanji. The first trip goes somewhat. It's a good. It's a good trip, but it just made things way more difficult for us in the long run. So the first part of the trip goes amazing. We encounter this ogre, I think he was. And we fight him off, and we end up realizing we're on the same side after I've killed like 90% of his crew. As in the first shot of that encounter is Note putting a lightning bolt through about 4 or 5 of his crew. It turns out we only needed to kill the mammoth, but nowhere did it say we only had to kill the mammoth. Oh yeah, this is my base on my single player world. Oh. Take that. Yeah. Turns out that Schrodinger, yes, that dude, there's a way for them to get up into the orc encampment, which we are conveniently trying to get into. We tell him to leave things to us, as he's playing both sides, and it's better that we get caught in the crossfire here than he does. As we're approaching the orc settlement, I will finish off this episode with this one last little piece of information. As we're getting closer to the orc settlement, we very quickly start to realize there are dragon bones around. Green dragon bones, and from the size of them, it was an old green dragon. On the way in, we'd found a statue of what looked like a orc. We found out his name was Beatstick. He becomes relevant very soon. In fact, that will probably be the next episode. He becomes relevant because he's an orc champion that's wearing dragon bone armor from this same dragon. So it meant we could realize that they'd been around for a while. With that, I think I'm going to leave the episode here, and I'm going to jump on something else till my other half gets back from the cinema, and then who knows. Thank you for watching the first 4 episodes of whatever I call this. 7 days of ad just doesn't sound right. I might just call it 7 days season 1 or something. Next time we'll have the digging quest, and possibly we'll start on the story about the temples. For now, have a good night. Oh, don't forget to follow me on socials, and subscribe on YouTube. Come check out the live streams. I stream most days at the moment. That will very much change as everything else changes. I've got a lot I'm going through at the moment. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good night.